Larry Bird. Larry Joe Bird was born December 7, 1956, is an American former professional basketball player, coach, and executive in the National Basketball Association, NBA. Nicknamed the Hick from French Lick and Larry legend, Bird is widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He is the only person in NBA history to be named Rookie of the Year, Most Valuable Player, Finals MVP, All-Star MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year. Bird entered the NBA for the 1979-80 season, where he made an immediate impact, starting at power forward and leading the Celtics to a 32-win improvement over the previous season before being eliminated from the playoffs in the conference finals. He played for the Celtics during his entire professional career, 13 seasons, leading them to 5 NBA Finals appearances and 3 NBA championships. He played most of his career with forward Kevin McHale and center Robert Parrish, considered by some to be the greatest frontcourt in NBA history. Bird was a 12-time NBA All-Star, won 2 NBA Finals MVP awards, and received the NBA Most Valuable Player award 3 consecutive times, 1984 to 1986, making him the only forward in league history to do so. Bird was also a member of the gold medal-winning 1992 U.S. Olympic basketball team, known as the Dream Team. He was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame twice as a player, first in 1998 as an individual, and again in 2010 as a member of the Dream Team. He was voted onto the NBA's 50 Greatest Players in NBA History list in 1996, and subsequently the 75th Anniversary Team list in 2021. Early life. Bird was born in West Baden Springs, Indiana, to Georgia, née Kearns, and Claude Joseph Joe Bird, a veteran of the Korean War. Bird's parents were of Irish, Scottish, and some Native American descent. He has 4 brothers and a sister. Larry used basketball as an escape from his family troubles, starring for Springs Valley High School and averaging 31 points, 21 rebounds, and 4 assists as a senior on his way to becoming the school's all-time scoring leader. According to Bird, he grew up as a huge fan of the Indiana Pacers in the American Basketball Association, ABA, and the 6'9" center Mel Daniels, who represented his first exposure to professional basketball. Bird's youngest brother, Eddie Bird, also played basketball at Indiana State University, where Daniels would coincidentally become an assistant coach to the young Larry once he played there. College career. Bird received a scholarship to play college basketball for the Indiana Hoosiers under head coach Bob Knight in 1974. After less than a month on the Indiana University campus, he dropped out of school, finding the adjustment between his small hometown and the large student population of Bloomington to be overwhelming. He returned to French Lick, enrolling at Northwood Institute, now Northwood University, in nearby West Baden, and working municipal jobs for a year before enrolling at Indiana State University in Teilhard in 1975. He had a successful 3-year career with the Sycamores, helping them reach the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history with a 33-0 record where they played the 1979 championship game against Michigan State. Indiana State lost the game 75-64, with Bird scoring 19 points but making only 7 of 21 shots. The game achieved the highest ever television rating for a college basketball game, in large part because of the matchup between Bird and Spartans point guard Vin Magic Johnson, a rivalry that lasted throughout their professional careers. Despite failing to win the championship, Bird earned numerous year-end awards and honors for his outstanding play, including the Naismith College Player of the Year award. For his college career, he averaged 30.3 points, 13.3 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game, leading the Sycamores to an 81-13 record during his tenure. Bird also appeared in 1 game for the baseball team, going 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. He graduated in 1979 with a Bachelor of Science degree in physical education. Professional career. Bird was selected by the Boston Celtics with the 6th overall pick in the 1978 NBA draft. He did not sign with the Celtics immediately. Instead, he played out his final season at Indiana State and led the Sycamores to the NCAA title game. Celtics general manager Red Auerbach publicly stated that he would not pay Bird more than any Celtic on the current roster, but Bird's agent Bob Wolfe told Auerbach that Bird would reject any sub-market offers and simply enter the 1979 draft instead, where Boston's rights would expire when the draft began on June 25 and Bird would have been the likely top pick. After protracted negotiations, Bird inked a 5-year, $3.25 million contract with the team on June 8, making him the highest-paid rookie in sports history. Shortly afterwards, NBA draft eligibility rules were changed to prevent teams from drafting players before they were ready to sign, a rule known as the Bird Collegiate Rule. Bird recorded 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in his NBA debut against the Houston Rockets on October 12, 1979. With averages of 21.3 points, 10.4 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 1.7 steals per game for the season, he was selected to the All-Star team and named Rookie of the Year. In the conference finals, Boston was eliminated by the Philadelphia 76ers. Before the 1980-81 season, the Celtics selected forward Kevin McHale in the draft and acquired center Robert Parrish from the Golden State Warriors, forming a Hall of Fame trio for years to come. The frontcourt of Bird, McHale, and Parrish is regarded as one of the greatest frontcourts in NBA history. Behind Bird's leadership and Boston's upgraded roster, the Celtics again advanced to the conference finals for a rematch with the 76ers. Boston fell behind 3-1 to start the series, but won the next 3 games to advance to the finals against the Houston Rockets, winning in 6 games and earning Bird his first championship. He averaged 21.9 points, 14 rebounds, 6.1 assists, and 2.3 steals per game for the postseason and 15.3 points, 15.3 rebounds, and 7 assists per game for the finals. National team career. In the summer of 1992, Bird joined Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, and other NBA stars to play for the United States men's national basketball team in that year's Olympics in Barcelona, Spain. It was the first time in the United States Olympic history that the country sent NBA players to compete. The Dream Team won the men's basketball gold medal. In 8 games, Bird averaged 8.4 points. The Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame called the team the greatest collection of basketball talent on the planet. Coaching and executive careers. The Celtics employed Bird as a special assistant in the team's front office from 1992 until 1997. In 1997, Bird accepted the position of coach of the Indiana Pacers and said he would be on the job for no more than 3 years. Despite having no previous coaching experience, Bird led the Pacers to a 58-24 record, the franchise's best as an NBA team at the time, in the 1997-98 season, and pushed the Chicago Bulls to 7 games in the Eastern Conference Finals. He was named the NBA Coach of the Year for his efforts. Bird then led the Pacers to consecutive Central Division titles in 1999 and 2000 and a berth in the 2000 NBA Finals. Bird resigned his head coaching position shortly after the end of the 2000 season, following through on his initial promise to coach for only 3 years. In 2003, Bird was hired as the Indiana Pacers president of basketball operations. After the 2011-2012 NBA season, Bird was named NBA Executive of the Year, becoming the only man in NBA history to win the NBA MVP, Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year. On June 27, 2012, a day before the 2012 NBA Draft, Bird and the Pacers announced that they would be parting ways. Bird said that health issues were among the reasons for his departure. Bird returned to the Pacers as president of basketball operations in 2013. He stepped down again in 2017, but stayed with the team in an advisory capacity. He continued to serve as an advisor until July 2022, when he'd stepped back from maintaining an active role with the Indiana Pacers, and nearly a year later, it was announced in June 2023 the Pacers rehired Bird to serve as a consultant. Personal life. In 1975, Bird married Janet Condra. They remained married for less than a year. Following an attempted reconciliation, Bird and Condra had a daughter, Corrie, in 1977. Bird married Dinah Mattingly in 1989. They have 2 adopted children, Connor and Mariah. During his professional career with the Celtics, Bird lived in the Boston suburb of Brookline, Massachusetts. That is all we have for you today. Please go ahead and subscribe to our channel, like this video, share to your friends, and also leave your comment below.